Hi guys, it's Cindy Leach, your polymer clay tutor, and today's PCT product demo, I'm going to show you the new Lucy Clay Baker. Now, Lucy Clay Tools is a company from Czechoslovakia, and we now have a new distributor in Canada, and she'll ship to anywhere in the world as well. But her name is Diane Bruce, and she has a Etsy shop called VanIslandJewels, which stands for Vancouver Island, where she lives in Victoria, BC. So Diane got a hold of me, and she sent me some cool new Lucy tools. So this is the first one I'm going to show you. This is called the LC Baker, so for Lucy Clay Baker, and it's designed for baking polymer clay pieces, like flat pieces like this. I'll just throw a few on here. And then it's got a second tier for baking more pieces. Now, it also has little slots in it that you can put bead pins for baking beads. Now, it doesn't come with the pins, only Diane and I have figured out some new things for this. Now, there's a few things that I really love about this Baker is, first of all, the size. It's a really nice size. So you've probably seen me use the Amico bead rack, which is a lot smaller. I mean, maybe it's designed more for toaster ovens and that kind of thing. Though this one here still fits in my toaster oven quite beautifully. It's just really nice size. You can get way more beads and way more pieces in it than the Amico rack can. The other thing I like about it is this second layer. Now, you could use it for baking on, but I also think it's a built-in tent. So instead of having to have a tinfoil tent for it, you can use just this top, and anything that's underneath it will be automatically tented. These are the things that I would do that I do when I use it to get better performance. First of all, I would never bake a flat piece on something that had holes in it. It's just going to be, you're going to get those little imprints all on the back of your raw pieces. So, and also I never like to bake directly on metal. I find you get too many hot spots and little char marks and all kinds of stuff going on. So first of all, my first tweak would be to cut some file folders, one for the bottom and one for this top tray. Now we have a flat surface to bake on. We have two of them if we want. If you are going to bake on this top layer, you'll still need a tent. I've got to go look for one. I've just got this baker, so I haven't had a chance to go out and hunt for one. But I would get a tinfoil pan that would fit perfectly on the top here. This one's a little bit small yet. I'd like one just a little bit bigger. But this one would still work as my tent, and then I've got it all layered in. Anything too much higher and you're not going to have any room in your oven. I better double check to just make sure I have enough room inside my oven for a second layer. Then, it doesn't come with bead pins, which I think is kind of bizarre actually, but the thinking was that everyone had bead pins like skewers, and you could use that. The thing is with the skewers, first of all, I never like to bake beads onto a bamboo skewer because they're kind of absorbent and they tend to grab onto the bead, and sometimes it's hard to release the bead from it. They're also a little too flexy for my use, but you can do it and it's usable. Another thing I had around was a couple of these tools, these purl and etch tools from Sculpey. Now they work in this top area, but they don't work in the lower area. Well, only one of them does, because if I go to put it in this lower area, this other end is too big and it's not going to fit in there. The tiny one will work. So say I've got it all loaded up with beads and I want to put it in. This tiny one will work, but it's a little flexible and kind of not that great. You could find some other mandrels and things, but they're not everywhere to find. So surprised that they don't come with it. But after talking to Diane, she said, well, why don't we figure out something else? And she got some I don't know if it's copper or steel or what. It looks copper. Some bead pins that are exactly the right size that will work beautifully for the rack. And she's going to have them available with the baker for people that buy the baker. I don't know. We've been just discussing it. So I don't know if she will sharpen the ends. I sharpen my end really easily so that I could pierce the bead right away really easily without having to pierce the bead. And I just used a little diamond file. Any kind of jewelry file will work, and I just filed the end down to a nice sharp point, and then I can press my beads into it. So I could have this thing very much loaded up. I would have a whole bunch of pieces in the bottom here, and then I would have a bunch of beads on some skewers and just load up this rack, have it nice. As long as I had the clearance for it, I'd have them all in here and then pop the lid on and be good to go. I really like the design of it. I may try tweaking it with the Sugru. I put the Sugru, there's a video on it called the Sugru hack, and I put the Sugru into the rack here to keep the pins from falling out. There may be a way of doing that in the holes here, but I don't know. It may not be that necessary. We'll have to see. Anyways, I just thought I'd show you that. If you liked this baker, do let me know. And if you like this video, let us know about that as well. And if you have any products you'd like me to test, demos you'd like me to do for you, do let me know about that in the comment section below. And don't forget, we have a great resource over at polymerclaytutor.com where you can get answers to all of your polymer clay questions. Now, if you're interested in getting this bead rack or any of the other Lucy clay tools from Diane, her website is, her store name is VanIslandJewels, and it's on Etsy.com. All right, so we'll see you next time, and bye for now.